Hi guys, it is Merst. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have another account takeover and it is a familiar face. So it is Sid again. After the work I did on his clan boss team, he wanted me to come back onto his account and sort out a Seer team for him. The reason he wanted this Seer team is to be able to clear Doomtower hard waves as fast as possible. So I've gone a bit overkill with the builds. His account is more than capable of doing this. I think he was just probably feeling a little bit lazy. But alas, I've done the job for him, and I'll just go ahead and show you the builds that we've used now. So we'll start off with Lydia. Lydia is very useful for Seer teams, especially in Doomtower Hard, because a lot of the waves have Tormins in them. Tormin's passive makes him revive after he dies. Lydia's passive means that whenever somebody tries to revive themselves or attempts to revive, Lydia denies it, and you just sort of move on, forget it ever happened. The reason she's so good for a Seer team, not only because of that passive, but also because of her A2. It puts 2 buffs on your team, whilst also putting decreased defense and weaken out on the enemies. In terms of her build, we have her running at 265 speed with just under 500 accuracy, and we've got her at max crit rate just to give us as best chance as possible of getting those debuffs out. We also have her defensive stacks stacked up just a little bit, just so she can be used in other places, but they're not really needed. We've got 54,000 HP with 3k defense. In terms of her masteries, we've just gone straight down to War Master just to try and squeeze out a bit more damage, make it as consistent as possible. We've also grabbed some sort of other masteries which just help with the damage. Then on the support tree, we have grabbed 3 accuracy masteries with Lore of Steel to help with just boosting up that speed and accuracy. We have Evil Eye, which gives her a little bit of utility with decreasing turn meter with her A1. Then we've got Sniper to give her more chance of placing the debuffs, and Master Hexer to make them last longer. The second champion that we have for this team is Kymar. Now Kymar can be replaced with a Yumiko for people who have a Yumiko but not a Kymar, like myself. I would love to have a Kymar on my account. But Kymar is there pretty much for one job, but he's also so good outside of that one job as well. So he's mainly here for his reset cooldowns of all ally skills, and he also fills the turn meter by all the allies as well. His A1 is an AoE attack which puts a poison debuff out. His A2 is an AoE attack that removes all buffs and puts a sleep debuff. So essentially there will be a turn in this run where we have to sort of cycle through abilities a little bit, and this ability, putting a sleep on all of the enemy, is perfect just for stalling. In terms of Kymar's stats, we have him at 45,000 HP with 3,400 defense. His attack is not important at all. His speed, he needs to be the fastest in the team, and he needs to be faster than the fast Doomtower hard waves. I think they run at about 257 speed, so we just need to make sure Kymar is way faster than them to make sure he can get his decreased cooldown ability in before anybody else takes a turn, and also gives him a chance to crowd control any enemies that he may need to as well. We've got him 100% crit rate just to help with the debuffs and the turn meter, as well as the accuracy for the same reason. The accuracy is at 400, sorry. In terms of his masteries, we have, similar to Lydia, standard clan boss masteries, standard clan boss masteries, yeah, down to War Master. But again, this is just to help him get some War Master procs out, just get a little bit more damage in, try and make the run as consistent as possible. We have 3 accuracy masteries on the support tree, with Lore of Steel to boost the set bonuses that we're getting from speed sets and perception sets. We have Evil Eye for the same reason as Lydia, to decrease the turn meter of people when he uses his A1. And then we have Master Hexer and Sniper just to help with those debuffs. The third champion for the team is Mausoleum Mage. Now, he is commonly used for Seer teams just because he has this ability here which puts up 3 buffs for the team, which is just more juicy material for Seer to strip away, just to top out her damage and make sure she's doing as much as possible. This cleanse heal is also useful just for the second wave, just to keep the team topped up, make sure that there's no risk of dying. In terms of what gear we have on him, we have a shield set and a speed set, just to help him with the numbers. In terms of his stats, we've got 62, just under 63,000 HP, and this HP is important because the shield set will scale off of the HP. So the higher his HP, the higher his shield set bonus will give. And aside from that, all you need to get on Mausoleum Mage is enough speed so he's round about the same speed as Lydia. In terms of Mausoleum Mage's masteries, again, we just have standard offense masteries down to War Master to help with his little bit of damage when he contributes. And then we've just gone the support tree to make sure his HP is as much as we can. We've got increased value on his heals, same here, and Cycle of Magic to decrease the cooldown of his ability to help out Seer with her nuke. We've got Law of Steel just to get him as fast as possible. Okay, and we have the star of the show, which is Seer. So Seer, she just needs to be hitting as hard as possible with enough speed just to make sure she's not lagging behind. In terms of her stats, in terms of her set bonuses, we've just got one perception set bonus and one crit damage set bonus. That's just because she does need accuracy to strip away the buffs of the enemy. In terms of the stats that we have on her, we have just under 40k HP, we have 224 speed, we have her crit capped because we need to make sure she's hitting for as much as possible, just over 2k attack, we have 300% crit damage, which is just lovely to see, and we have 387 accuracy. In terms of her masteries, we have her in essentially Nuka masteries, so it's different from the other ones in the offense tree. We've also grabbed Whirlwind of Death, which increases her speed when she kills people. We have Ruthless Ambush, which increases damage by 8% for the first hit on every enemy. And she's only going to be hitting them once, so this just helps her completely nuke out when she is, well, trying to nuke out, right? We have Blood Shield, which gives her a little bit of shield, just in case there's a rare chance where she doesn't kill everybody. The Blood Shield is just going to make sure she stays alive, make sure she sort of makes it to the next round to keep doing her job. We have Kill Streak, so when she uses her A1, it's just going to increase the damage that she puts out by, I think, 3% each time. And then we have Flawless Execution as the keystone, which will just buff up her crit damage, make sure she's smacking. With the support tree, we have grabbed 3 accuracy masteries just because she does need that accuracy. We've got Evil Eye so she can help out with the crowd control when she needs to. And then we have Master Hexer just to extend the duration of any debuffs that she casts. And now we have Renegade. Now Renegade, similar to Kymar, only in this team for one job, and that is for this ability here, Sacrificial Ritual. This means that Kymar can save his big reset, and we can use this ability to reset the cooldowns of everybody else in the team, just to make sure that they can consistently nuke the first 2 waves, and then Kymar comes in with his big reset and just gives everybody else another reset, just so everyone can do the job and make sure that 3rd wave gets taken down as well. We have her in a shield set because shield sets do stack when they're on individual people. And aside from that, in terms of her stats, we literally just have her going at about 184 speed. She can drop down to about 179 if needed, but this is just to make sure she's playing last. So when we get to the 2nd wave, she will then use her reset cooldown ability just to make sure that everybody gets their cooldowns back, because if everyone's playing before her, if they have 4-turn cooldowns, what it means is that they will take 1 turn before her, and then she's going to knock off 3 turns. So you get that 4-turn cooldown ability back. We have her with a bit of HP. This is probably just overkill. Again, just to help with the survivability of the team. And also another shield set counts as another buff for Seer to rip away. In terms of her masteries, we don't need any. She is not used for anything other than her A3 and to be another source of a buff that Seer can strip away. Okay, now in terms of how the team is set up, I'll just run you guys through it quickly. So you're going to have turn 1, Kymar's going to go first and AoE everybody with his A1. Then it will be Lydia. She's going to drop the defense and weaken everybody and put buffs on everyone. Mausoleum Mage is going to come in with his A2 just to slap on some more buffs. Then Seer is going to come in straight away with the nuke. And that'll be everybody dead, by the way. Then for round 2, we have Kymar coming in first with his A2, and that's just put a sleep on everybody, make sure nobody cuts in. Then we are going to have Lydia, who will attack with her A1, just because she's still waiting for this cooldown to come back. Then it will be Mausoleum Mage, who's just going to cleanse any debuffs of anyone, heal people, just to, keep their health topped up if they need it. Then we're going to have Seer come in, and she's going to use her A2, which will put a buff on herself and a weaken on all the enemy. Then it will be Renegade. Now Renegade will reset the cooldowns of everybody, so everybody has a clean slate. Then it'll be back to Kymar. Kymar's A3 is locked off here because we don't want him to use it this early. We want to save it for round 3. Then it'll be back to Lydia, and then Lydia will automatically use her Siren's Wail again. Use it on all of the enemy, put 2 buffs on herself, as well as decrease defense and weaken on everyone. Mausoleum Mage will go back to him, and he will use his A2 again and just slap on some more buffs. And then Seer will come back in and use Karma Burn automatically for the nuke. Then we get to round 3, and Kymar is going to reset the abilities of everyone, and then it's just rinse and repeat, right? Lydia's going to use her Siren's Wail. Mausoleum Mage will use his A2, Might of Undeath, for more buffs on the team. Renegade won't even get a turn because then Seer's going to come in round 3 to obliterate everyone for the 3rd time. So I'll just show you how a run goes now. Unfortunately, this guy has only, well, he hasn't actually started Doomtower hard yet, so I can't showcase this team on the harder waves. It will work in the higher Doomtower waves, just as long as Kymar is going first and everybody has enough accuracy to do their job. That's the most important thing because the resistance does get higher the higher up you go in the Doomtower. So I'll show you guys what the team sort of looks like, how it plays, and to show you why this team is so powerful. So you're just going to see us stacking buffs on ourselves, and Seer's just going to rip them away and nuke. Then this turn, it's just cycling through abilities till Renegade can reset, and then it's just going to be the exact same as you saw in the first wave. Oh, it's so satisfying to see that from Seer. And then round 3, Kymar reset, and we do the same thing again. And there you have it, guys. That is a 21-second run on Doomtower hard. I wish I had a Seer on my account, but it's been really fun just sort of playing around with teams like this because I don't have a Seer and I don't have a Kymar. I can use Yumiko, but without a Seer, like, what's the point of even trying to build a team like this? But yeah, there you have it, guys. If you want me to take over your account, please let me know. Just join the Discord, drop a message in there, or send me a direct message on Discord, and yeah, we'll figure something out. But without further ado, thank you very much for watching, and peace.